We'd love to hear from you. There's the pitch. And that one's going to be a little low. And a ball. And the music got a little early in there. Had to stop play on that one, Brett. So I've actually done that a time or two. I've been in that position. So I do understand. House ready from the stretch, and a good hit. And that's going to go straight to the shortstop in a double play.
Wow.
A great job and a great way to end this inning.
Man.
And leave it only to 2 runs. And that was Colton Hale over there at shortstop. And a good job to end the inning. 2 runs come through. The bases were left loaded. And a good double play there by the Bulldogs. Hey, we're going to take a break for the half inning. And, Brett, I'm going to ask you a question. Who's sponsoring this playoff game for us?
That'd be Azalea Orthopedic.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here from Driller Park in Kilgore. And David Wilson on the mound for the Panthers. And Jason Sylvie leading things off. He watches the first one go by for a strike. And so he is down.
Oh.
And that one gets past Salas. And so just like that, Brett, the Bulldogs have a runner.
Yeah, it's good to see they got off to a good start here.
Well, they're not letting that top of the first get them down there.
No.
And let me tell you, you don't get to this point in the season and not be able to play the game of baseball.
You're absolutely right there.
So now Todd House is stepping in with a runner on first. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be low and outside. for a ball. David Wilson is a lefty. And he checks over. And a good pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball into right field. And Ben Koch takes about a little shuffle step. Looks like he's doing some dance moves out there in right field and gets out number 1. So after that, you got Tate Truman stepping up. And he'll see what he can do with that runner on first. You don't want to get that good start, Brett, and then not capitalize on it.
Yeah, you definitely don't. This is good for Kilgore here to try to get something going here. You don't want to get too far behind.
And David Wilson had a little bit of issue. He almost balked on that. He kind of second guessed on the throw. So a little careful there. And a good pitch by Wilson in there for a strike. And Truman is 0-1 on the count. A lot of good baseball tonight. A lot of good games last night, too, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But that was swung on and missed. So 0-2 now the count. And Sylvie takes about a few steps off of first base. Wilson going to take a look at him and bring it home. That's going to be hit. Kind of a defensive hit there because it came inside. And it's going to be fouled off. The count remains 0-2. And Brett, we got a good crowd here at Driller Park tonight.
Yeah, it's a nice crowd, and it's nice that there's so much shade here.
And it's a very unique stadium here. That's going to be outside for a ball. I'm kind of digging it, but it's just different. I've never seen anything like it, but it's a good-looking field out there. Here's the pitch, and a good pitch, and it's going to go foul. So Truman fighting to stay alive and get this inning going for the Bulldogs. One and two the count. Sylvie still over at first and 1 out for the Bulldogs. And the run goes, and he is caught running. There's the throw.
Safe.
And he is safe underneath the tag over at second, says Mr. Umpire. So Sylvie gets the steal.
Nice job there by, it's like Mason.
Is
that Bryson Mason at number 2? Oh, I'm on Bullard.
That's
I'm thinking
Jason Sylvie. No.
Kilgore is going to confuse me tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
Because they're in their white and Bullard's in red.
No, that was Jason Sylvie with the steal.
Good
a swing and a miss for strike 3.
That's what you're here for.
That was a good. Yeah, I got you. That was a good outside pitch, and I think either way, whether he would have swung or not, that was going to be a strike as Wilson puts that one right in the spot. So we got lefty versus lefty here as Hendrickson comes up.
It doesn't help that we didn't have the lineups.
Yeah.
That kind of puts a damper
on things, but we got it taken care of. We adapt.
That's right.
And move forward. That's going to be down low and inside, says the umpire for ball 1.
Yeah, there's Sylvie. He's nice and dirty there in that white uniform after that steal.
And a good little pickoff move by Wilson for that one. That's going to be a kind of a dribbler, and it's going to go foul for a strike. So 1 and 2 the count. And Hendrickson finds himself in a position here with a runner in scoring position over there on second and 2 outs. And I believe the count is 1-1. I could be wrong. It's happened once or twice. And the throw over to second is not in time, as Wilson making sure that Sylvie doesn't go anywhere. from the stretch, and he brings it home. That's going to be hit up the middle, but Beats is going to be there, and the throw over to first is in time, and that's going to be out number 3. So a runner left at second, and no runs come across for the Bulldogs. For the Bulldogs. And so 2-0 is still the score through 1. So like I said earlier, we had a lot of games last night, and we're going to go through them. We're not going to take a break this time. We're going to talk about some of the games we had last night, and a couple of them, actually a couple of 2A games that in our area that got done. Frankston, they played 2 games yesterday, Brett.
Wow.
And Frankston played Overton and advanced. They beat Overton in the first game 11-1. Then right after that, they played and beat. They actually came back. They were down 6-3 and came back and beat Overton 8-6. And they advance on to the next round. Alto beat Jewett-Leon. That was a one and done there. And they beat them 3-1 there. Kearns wins game 1 over Big Sandy, 1-0. That's a 2A. A lot of 3A games last night. Raines wins their game 1 there over Bells. Winsboro taking game 1 over to Cal. That was a good one, 10-9 in that one. And then White Oak takes Troop in game 1, 8-3. Harmony over Redwater, 3-1 in their game 1, and Atlanta over Mount Vernon, 8-0 in their game 1 last night. Lindale, the district champions in their district, takes Paris 6-3 in game 1 last night. Pleasant Grove over Chapel Hill, 7-1, and Nevada Community 1-0 over Wills Point. Canton over Sunnyvale 4-2, and then Liberty Ilu beats Van 6-2. Van was one of those that we've done this year.
Yeah, they have. They've had a rough stretch here.
Yeah,
they have 4 in a row losses there, so they're looking to kind of break that streak tonight.
And they've kind of gone downhill. Brownsboro beat them a couple of weeks ago and put them their first loss, really, of district. They were undefeated until that time, and so they've struggled since then. And I think it's just a headspace.
Well, I've got a
error.
score. Liberty Ilo Van tied at 0 in the bottom of the second right now.
Okay, so we'll keep an eye on those, and I'll give you some more scores from last night and some scores updates from tonight game, because a lot of the other ones are starting tonight in some playoff series. So we're going to try to keep you in the East Texas games. But right now, we have Jake Salas at the plate. He's 1-1. As we are at the top of the second. And he takes that one, watches it go by for a ball. And 2-1. And, of course, we have a good game series here with Bullard and Kilgore, as Bullard took game 1 last night at home. And Kilgore's going to try to do the same thing tonight to push it to a game 3 at Panola tomorrow, if needed. Now, Brett, I'll tell you right now, if it keeps going the way it's going, the strike zone of the umpire is not going to make the fans very happy.
Well, it made Jason Salas very happy.
Yeah, it did.
And he takes the free pass.
And moseys on down to first. And he's got some speed on him, too.
Yeah, he definitely does.
So Chase Randall is going to step up. And let me tell you about this kid. I watched him last night for the very first time, actually for the second time. And just because he's the 9-hole batter doesn't mean that he is less than. He is a good little batter there, and a good spot for him to cause some problems.
Yeah,
he squares for the bunt on that one.
Trying to get Salas up to second here. See if
Yeah, trying to do a sacrifice there and put Salas in scoring position. Really and truly, both teams have a deep
ooh, that's a good pitch.
Deep little bench there on their batting lineup. That one's in there for a strike. And now Randall finds himself 0-2. And here's the pitch. That's going to be high and outside. So a good job by Randall to watch. I think that was a what we call a fishing pitch there. And Randall didn't fall for it. And here we go. And another one that's just high, just above the letters. So he's even the count at 2. And Todd House going to have to pull something out here. And once again, has made 3 good pitches here, Brett.
Something you talked about last night, Keith, that didn't happen a whole lot was the full counts.
Right.
Well, tonight we've seen to be hitting those quite frequently.
Yeah. And that's a good hit. That's going to go straight into center field. And it looks like it might go over the head of Jason Sylvie. And we didn't see that last night, but he misjudged it. And bringing the runner around, going to be no play at the plate as Jason Salas goes all the way from first to home. And Chase Randall gets a stand-up triple RBI. And that's another one on the board. And the lead swells to 3 for the Panthers.
Man.
So back to the top of the lineup. You were saying something, Brett? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I was just to say if Bullard could have drawn it out how they wanted to start this game, this is how they wanted to do it. Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you're still in a good spot. You have no outs. You have a runner 90 feet away. That's a high fly ball going to be out of play for a strike. You have a runner 90 feet away, and you're at the top of the lineup. I mean, and really, Todd House is pitching a very good game. He's just kind of battling a strike zone that's a little weird, to say the least.
Yeah.
Unpredictable. And he's trying to figure it out. And that's going to be a hit. It's going to go straight up. And the play at the plate. And it's in time.
Oh, wow.
As
nice.
Randall gets thrown out. And a good job by Colton Hale, the shortstop.
He had me fooled. I didn't think he was going home. I thought he was.
I didn't either.
First.
Usually, you do the fielder's choice and you just take the run, but Hale said no, we're not going to take another run and allow that to happen.
Good job.
So a good mindset to get that first out at home, and a good job by Hendrickson to make the tag down low and not allow Randall to slide in underneath. And that's going to be a pass ball. It's bounced and hits Hendrickson in the chest. So the runner advances. As Mason now makes it to second base. And that's in there for a strike for Bryce Brandon. Now 1-1. And the sun kind of coming in these little areas behind us, Brett, kind of hitting us in the back here.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a good hit into center field. But Sylvie makes the break on that. He is throwing, might be a play at third. Pulls him off a little bit as Truman had to come off. But, man, Sylvie's got an arm on him.
Yeah, that was a great throw.
Now, the sacrifice does bring the runner Mason over to third. And David Wilson is going to step in.
See if he can help himself here.
We have 2 outs. So a base hit obviously will score. You can't bunt in this situation. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that's a good choice. However,
I agree with you on that.
That's going to be right down the pipe. And I'm telling you, if he wouldn't have called that a strike, we would have had a problem with the fans. I think I would have made a beeline to my truck out there.
I agree.
So House from the stretch and the pitch. And that a good little breaking ball, but that's going to be an anchor over the head of the third baseman out into left field. Cox is there, but not before a run scores and a base hit by David Wilson. And John Lloyd is going to step in. They're going to get a pinch runner in there.
It's going to be Braden Vining.
And, yeah, Braden Vining is going to step in. And because Wilson is the pitcher, so they're going to put somebody in there, not a pinch runner, excuse me, a courtesy runner is what they call them.
Yeah, that sun's not cool, Keith. Right?
And they're right in the back of a neck.
We could have picked any other spot, I think, in this whole part over here. I think we were in the bad spot. I don't know.
It happens. So Lloyd awaits the pitch. It's going to be thrown. Oh, and it passes. And Vining is going to head over to second and he's going to throw to third. And not in time. Goodness gracious. As Colt Bullard goes after the ball, he misses it.
Did I tell you he runs track?
Yeah. Vining, a good little kid there. He got some speed on him. He runs from first. The throw from House gets away from Bullard and goes over to the fence. He grabs it, throws it over to Truman, and it bounces in front, and Truman just couldn't get that tag down.
And the Rob cam was all over that, Keith.
So I didn't see it, but, I mean, except for my own eyes here.
It was all over it.
So Lloyd swings on that one.
It's better than the Robot 2.0.
Nice. We can call Rob Robot.
No, Rob is the original.
Robot.
He's the original Robot. That's why I call it Rob 2.0 is the Robot.
I tried too hard for that one. that didn't come out. There we go. Swing and a miss. And Lloyd now 0-2. And I have come to find out over the last couple of days, Lloyd actually does better when he's down in the count. He seems to like the adversity.
He's got that pressure built in.
And there it is, a hit into left field, but it looks like Cade Cox. He didn't get enough of that one, and Cox is underneath there for out number 3. So we're through 1.5 here at Driller Park, and they're going to take a break. We're going to take it with them. We're live here at Driller Park. You're watching and listening to NetSN. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Welcome back, everybody, to Driller Park. Colt Bullard is going to be up. He's probably a little mad from that last action there where he didn't make that catch over at first. But he watched that one go by for a strike.
So this one, Bullard's trying to do damage on Bullard.
Okay, true. Are the jerseys still confusing you?
No. It's Colt Bullard. He's trying to do damage on Bullard.
Oh, I thought you were having a stroke there for some reason.
No.
That one's going to be fouled back. There is a net.
Yes.
Over the top.
It rolls right. It just rolled right back on the field.
So just that quick, Colt Bullard
I wish there was
down 0-2.
That net had wasn't see-through where it covered the sun too. Ooh.
And 3 pitches,
Nothing.
3 strikes.
Nothing to it.
And the first out.
Ooh.
And David Wilson makes quick work.
I definitely got to get that guy out of that OU colors. We got to get him into some burnt orange.
Well, you don't like him as a winner or what?
No. Texas. Man, I don't know what you've been looking at in baseball. Texas is always up there in the top.
Colton Hale with ball there, and that one's going to bounce off of Overbeek's glove there. Now 2-0.
He's got time, though. He's still got another year to change his mind.
Mm-hmm. No comment. That's going to be outside. Overbeek tried to frame that one. Kind of held there for a freeze frame, but the umpire just kind of didn't go for it. That one, waiting on the call there, and even the batter thought that was a strike, just like everybody else in the stands.
They're confused. It's
but didn't really go there, and that's going to be a walk. And Colton Hale is on first with Tanner Beats now, who was the pitcher from last night. Good little pitcher there. Wilson takes a look over first and brings it home.
Ooh.
That's going to be
Steve Reich
in there for a strike. One down, one on, one strike to Tanner Beats.
He doesn't
Don't
play
forget.
He doesn't play. So he doesn't play around. He gets the ball to the plate fast.
He's going on that major league timer there. That's going to catch the outside corner, says Mr. Umpire.
He's getting ready for it.
Yeah. And brings it home, and that's going to be hit right up the middle. And Salas is there. Gets the lead runner on the fielder's choice there for out number 2. Noah Parrish, the designated hitter, now up. Two down now, runner on first still. Kind of trade places there. Wilson with the pitch. Inside for a strike. Good little pitch.
A little curve on it there.
And if you're listening, go ahead and like and subscribe. And chat with us. Let us know where you're listening from. And if you're watching, go over to our YouTube channel, NetSN, and like and subscribe so you can keep up with all of the Northeast Texas sports that we have going on here. We don't want you to miss any of the action.
Absolutely not.
No balls and 2 strikes, and here's the pitch from Wilson. That's going to be a hit and straight to Fowler. He didn't even hesitate. He just reached out there and grabbed it. In fact, I think he saved Tanner Beats a little bit because that was going right on him. It had a beat on him.
Had the beat on him?
Had a beat on him. You like that?
I like that.
So anyway, but going to go real quick on some scores and some games tonight. You got Brownsboro and North Lamar actually going to start tonight, their first game. Brownsboro, a good team, and they got second in their district, and they're going to be playing North Lamar. So that's a 2-3 series right there to second team against the third team. They're going to be in Creekview. I don't even know. Where is Creekview?
Creekview? I have no idea.
I have no idea either. And then Lufkin Hudson plays Henderson tonight in Henderson for their game 1. So that's going to be a good one. Carthage played last night, their game 1. They're playing tonight in Mike Carter Field. They beat Rusk 3-0 last night. And so they're tonight at Mike Carter.
Hey, I got a score update for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I got Liberty Yellow 2, Van nothing, top of the third. So Liberty Yellow is taking the lead over Van.
Nice. Now here's one we have last night. I didn't know this, and I found this out today. Spring Hill lost last night in game 1.
I did see that.
And that's a big one.
To Madisonville. It's where
Yeah.
my nephews go there now.
So to their, Madisonville is the 4th place team in their district. And Spring Hill is in the top 10 in 4A. And so they dropped game 1. So we'll have to keep up with that one tonight.
That's tough.
They're in Spring Hill tonight for game 2.
That's tough when you lose that.
That is. That's a tough one.
Especially that bad. That's surprising.
Yeah, that's a 9-1 loss. So we'll keep an eye on that one and see how that one goes.
Now we got pattern going, Keith. We've got 2-0, 2-0 in the first 2 innings.
Right. And with Ben Koch up there, his first one was a strike, and that one was a swing and a miss and a strike.
If you're Kilgore,
so
you want
he's quickly down 0-2. Do I know?
If you're Kilgore, you want to flip that around.
Right.
Because that's not where you want to go.
Well, a big thing right now for House is to get this with a goose egg on that one.
Yeah.
You want to go for it. You want to get out of the top of this inning with Bullard getting no runs. That would be your boost. That would get your mindset right, and then your team could come out and get some runs on the board for you. And that's going to be a hit. That's going to go straight over to Tanner B. Spates, right over to Bullard, and that's out number 1. And that's a good way to start the inning. And I think that's actually the first time that the Panthers had got a runner with their first batter on base.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yep. So after the ground out, Dylan Fowler, who got a base hit, his last time up. And a good little breaking ball is going to make it over the plate for a strike.
Nice pitch.
Very good pitch. That one started out around head level.
I think he learned that from his buddy Beats.
Yeah. That one's inside, however. That one didn't break like he wanted it to, and that's going to be a ball. And House in the windup. And here comes the pitch. That's another breaking ball, but a little low. Released it a little bit too late, and that goes into the dirt. So now 2-1 to Dylan Fowler. Here's a pitch. That's high. So after the good breaking ball to start with, House finds himself behind on the mound there. 3 balls to 1 strike to Dylan Fowler over by the plate. Here's the pitch. And a good hit. That's going to be a good job by Truman over there at third to dig that one out of the dirt. That kind of stuck at him and made a weird bounce. And that's going to be out number 2. And Truman had a little struggles last night over there at third base.
Not that time.
Had some issues, and he redeemed himself a little bit there.
We got called for an error on that one. We didn't think it was an error.
And he didn't. Yeah, he shouldn't. He got called on the scoreboard for an error, but apparently, according to you, talking to the scorekeeper, he didn't get called officially for an error, which he should not have, and that was a good call on their part. A good little breaking ball again by House. Gets a strike there for Steinbach. And another strike. Good night.
Yeah.
And now Steinbach finds himself down 0-2.
1 pitch away from doing exactly what you said a while ago he needed, Keith. Let's get a 1-2-3 inning here.
And now House in the windup brings that pitch, swing and a miss. And now got do a little cleanup there, throw down to Bullard, and 1-2-3 go the Panthers, and a good job.
What a pitch
by House, and a great pitch there. And now that goose egg gets up there, and that's what they need. That's what Kilgore can look at and build upon now. And we are through 2.5 here at Driller Park. So we're going to go on a break here. And today's playoff game, game number 2, is sponsored by Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And Cade Henry back here at Driller Park is going to lead things off for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs need to get some runs on the board here, Brett, to get that stigma off that 0-0 in the first 2 innings.
Well, we flipped it. So now they're trying to get 2 more runs here in this bottom half.
And Todd House did a great job there in the top of the inning to 3 up, 3 down the Panthers.
Yeah, it was an important inning for them. They needed to get some positive momentum going here.
Get that morale boost to make himself feel good. Here's a pitch.
Ooh, man, ring him up.
I think he needed to bring out his 9-iron for that one, but that's just me. So out number 1.
He was really emphasizing that strikeout.
He's been wanting to do that, I guess. He got real excited.
He cranked that lawnmower on that one.
And I don't know, just to be honest with you, that actually looks like the umpire that was at the Van game that day.
Don't say that.
I do think that's who it is.
Well,
just to be honest with you, and
no one says anything to him.
Yeah,
hurt his feelings.
Yeah, that's had an umpire at the Van game about 3 weeks ago who threatened to kick every fan out in the 2nd inning. And so he's been a little quiet, but it looks a lot like the man. Now, you know, I've slept since then, so I may not be, but it sure does look like him. Now that's going to be a pitch, going to be fouled back for strike 2, so 1-2 the count.
Man, Wilson, he's a machine. He just gets up there and sets, throws.
And it's not a quick pitch like you would think. It's just he's set and throws. Here's a windup, and that's going to be a high fly ball, going to be out of play, and the count's going to remain 1-2.
Oh, off the top of the covering here.
So everybody resets as Sylvie steps in. Got a little dirt on him from stealing second that one time. Here's a pitch. And a good hit out into center field. Staying back. Gets underneath. And out number 2 for the Bulldogs. It's a good little hit, but Stainback made a good break on it. So Todd House, the pitcher now, steps up. Pitcher against pitcher here. Always like these matchups.
Yeah, House, he's got to do something to help him right now.
Well, he flew out last at bat in the 1st inning, so he's got to do a little bit better here. That's going to be about neck high for a ball.
The ref or the opponent will say strike there.
We'll see. And that's outside corner, but doesn't get the call.
It's close.
So ball 2. And the scoreboard guy, I think, waiting on the call. That's going to be fouled back for a strike, so 2-1 now the count.
Yeah. It is 2-1 like our scoreboard says. You know. Sometimes there we go. You got caught up.
Probably looking at scores from other games going on. Of course, ours is early. All the other ones look like about a 7 o'clock game. That's a hit straight out into center field. Once again, Stainback makes the catch for out number 3. So nothing for either team in this inning. And once again, Brett, we're kind of on a good pace here in this ball game. And the Panthers maintain their 4-run lead here going into the 4th inning. So hopefully we can get some things going for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, one hitter going right now for Wilson. So Kilgore bats have been shut down completely in this one tonight.
And we got some, trying to look and see what else we have going. You got some, Brett's going to look up some score updates. I'm going to give us some scores from yesterday. Texas High beat Lufkin in game 1. White House took game 1 from Kingwood Park 8-3, and they won't play game 2 until tomorrow. And they'll be in Hudson.
So we got Maybank Sulphur Springs softball area round action.
Oh, nice.
We got Sulphur Springs up 1-0 in the 4th inning. Let's go back and see if the scores changed. Nope, same score. Liberty Islo is still up 2-0 on Van in the top of the 4th.
And where are they, in Liberty Islo?
Yes, they're in Liberty Islo tonight. They were in Van in game 1. Let's see if we have anything else going right now.
You got Kearns and Big Sandy playing tonight. Actually, they played earlier today And so I'll try to look up that score. They played at 4 o'clock.
That's interesting.
And they played in Rains.
See if I can find anything else here.
And so did Beckville and Cayuga played today at 2 o'clock in Rusk. So a lot of early games today. We'll try to look up some scores for you here in a minute from today's game.
I got 10-0 Lindale over Paris, the bottom of the first inning.
Goodness gracious. Lindale is just a heck of a team.
It's 11, actually, into the inning. Actually, wait, Brendan Ogden's there. 11-0 Lindale after 2 innings.
A big game that we want to watch tonight and we'll look at is New Diana and ARP. Is their game 1 tonight in Elysian Fields.
So now
they play at 7 o'clock.
It's actually 13-0 after 3 innings now.
Gotcha.
So our Tyler Paper correspondent, Brandon Ogden, on the scene tonight.
No tire issues.
He made
tonight.
it to the game tonight, so I'm sure he's having a little bit better day than he did yesterday.
Yeah. Jason Salas is up to bat. He's got an 0-1 count.
Wow, Lindale having that. They could wrap up the series tonight with that win.
Lindale, a good little baseball team over there. We had the privilege of doing some games. 2-1 the count now to Salas. And Salas walked his first at bat back in the second. Three and 1 now. And here's the pitch from House. That's going to be outside, and once again, Salas takes the base.
And he's getting some bases on tonight. Salas he's been living on those bases.
And yeah, it looks like, and really the pitches from House they're keeping it away.
Yeah.
Chase Randall stepping up now. Randall got a RBI triple in the second and brought Salas home. So that's going to be in the mind of House there on the mound. And that's a pass ball. And really, it kind of bounced off of the glove of Hendrickson. Not really a pass. I mean, it's technically a pass ball, but not sure if it went through the webbing. I think Steinbach or Hendrickson was looking at that to see, but just kind of ricocheted off the outside. So 1-0 the count, and Salas now at second.
The bunt.
And a bunt is going to bring a runner. Salas is going to take over to third, and the sacrifice is in. A good job by Bullard to take that opportunity. Now you're back at the top of the lineup, Brett, with a man in scoring position and speed at both the plate and third base.
Yep. And looks like they did get him, so this could be interesting. Could you do a squeeze bunt? Try to.
Well, usually what you do in these types of situations, you're going to bunt, but right now he's going to hit away, so it doesn't really matter. And Salas gets caught in a rundown, and he gets caught going home, and he gets out. Good job. And Salas, I'm not sure if he just didn't listen to his coach. And no, actually, right there, coach kind of patted himself in the chest. My bad.
Yeah.
Coach sent him and just didn't.
Sometimes that happens.
And it was a good job by Kilgore to see that. And I believe that was House that took that one. So 2 down now on a fielder's choice. Puts Mason on first. And a breaking ball kind of goes outside. A good job by Hendrickson to keep it in front and keep Mason there on first base. Now 2-0. Here's the pitch from House. That's going to be hit over to the shortstop. And Hale gets it, throws it across the field to Bullard. And Bullard gets Bullard out of the inning.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
There
That's
you
good.
go.
I was trying to make you happy on that one.
There you go.
All right.
Well, another zero, back-to-back zeros for Kilgore, putting up there on Bullard. So,
Yep.
I think it's time for their bats to wake up here because they're running out of innings. You know, you still have plenty of time, but the longer this lead remains for, right now, no one's doing anything against Wilson. He's shutting Kilgore down, and
well, he's starting to get. He's had his groove. I was going to say though, House is starting to get a groove going.
Wilson's had it.
But
all
Wilson's
night.
had it from the beginning.
Yeah.
And so I think that he's going to try to ride it and make sure that it keeps going there and get things up. But I tell you what, Kilgore has got to find something here because they're running out of innings. And by that I mean not just in this game,
the season.
So and they know that the season's coming quickly.
It's on the line tonight.
Yeah. So hopefully they will come up to this at bat here in the bottom of the fourth as very important for them to make some decisions here. So Tate Truman is now going to step in and see what he can do against Wilson, since no one else seems to be able to get things going here. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a first pitch hit, but it's going to go out of play and get a strike one.
That's what you've got to do. You've got to get, some confidence for your team. So if you can get one or two base runners, kind of, get the crowd going. The crowd's been quiet tonight. Hasn't been a whole lot to cheer for if you're Kilgore.
Right.
So if you can get some base runners, get the crowd into it, maybe rattle Wilson a little bit, and see if you can do some damage on him.
And Kilgore has that ability. They have some good bats on their team. They just have to believe that they can do it and get in there and do it. And another one. He's swinging that bat.
That's the same spot almost.
He likes it over there on that first base side out of play over there.
Just got to straighten it out.
Yeah. Still 0-2. That's going to be hit down the first base line, and it's foul ball, says Mr. Umpire over there, first base umpire, which that must have jumped right before it hit
Bullard wants
over
that
first base.
That's
going to be, yeah. I agree. I would definitely have a conversation with that, because I think it was on the inside of the bag when it was caught, which would have made it a fair ball. So good job by the coach to appeal that one. So we got an appeal.
They're gonna,
and I think that's a very good job by the coach to do that. I would have done the same thing.
There's nothing to lose because.
Well, no, but
he tagged the base. It was an out. So.
And I actually thought, I was about to say the runner was out, and then all of a sudden the umpire threw his hands up as a foul, and I was like, goodness, okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Doesn't happen.
Because if he touches it and they're going to say foul. Because if he touches it in fair play, then it's a fair ball.
Right.
Even if if his body takes him over in the foul ground. So
yes.
Good job though by the umpiring crew getting together, make sure they get the call right.
Having a discussion about it. It's not 0-2. Still. And that's a wild pitch there.
I think that slipped.
He got a little sweaty. Of course, it is very humid out here. And no wind.
Is that what this is on my face? Is that why I'm sweating so much?
Don't get me started. That's a big hit, sounding anyway. Over to Beats at second, and over to first for out number one. Hendrickson now is next up. Lefty against lefty here. Hendrickson, the catcher for the Bulldogs.
Don't see this matchup often in high school.
And especially with the ability of Wilson to throw that inside pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's in there for a strike. See that that inside pitch right there that looked really good, but was called a ball. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit once again over to Tanner Beats. Beats once again over to Bullard, and that's going to be out number two. So Kilgore can't get it out of the infield yet.
And that's Solace over there on second. I'm going to help you out this time.
Sorry, I am on the wrong one. I apologize. I am messing up.
That's okay. Hey, it's
you
that
got
red,
me
it's
that
that red
time.
and white.
I'm confused. I apologize to the fans at home. I'm trying to do 18 things at once here, and I was saying the wrong team. You're rubbing off on me over there, Brett.
I thought it was the other way around.
I do apologize. Even the professionals here at NetSN mess up every once in a while.
It makes it fun.
2-0 the count. I'm sure people at home were yelling at me. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last time, I'm sure.
Yep. It happens.
Well, and I was about to say something because now Colt Bullard, who I just said caught the catch over first, is actually up at the plate. 2-2 the count.
Ooh.
And that's going to be inside, and I believe that was a hit by pitch.
Some free pass.
Yep. And that's going to put Bullard on first. And now Colton Hale is going to step in. He was a walk victim last time.
It's a big at-bat here for Hale. He's got a chance to, with 2 outs, to try to advance the runner, see if they can get a run around.
Swings at that one, sends it back for strike 1. 1 on and 2 outs. Ooh, another one.
He's coming for our camera key.
Yeah. Stay on your own side, man.
Now, this has to be one of our most interesting setups. We should have got a picture of this.
The
table over the top of the bars here.
Yeah. It was definitely a MacGyveristic.
Good thing you brought
showing my age here.
You brought all your MacGyver tools. That was good.
Yes, I did. My reusable zip ties. That's going to be hit into foul territory down the right field line. Out of play. Ben Koch tried to get there, but just did not make it in time.
And imagine that Bullard's pretty tired there as he was halfway to third base. The important stretch of the game right here, though, could be the difference of being a couple-run ball game or Bullard blowing this open in the next inning if they were able to get the momentum.
And a good pitch by Wilson. Looked like it was over the outside. And I think Wilson's used to getting that one called a strike on him for him.
It was a little bit outside probably. Could have been an outside strike.
You're at a different angle there. You can see that one on your position there over the bars.
Yeah.
That one's fouled back. Remains 1-2. Kind of battling it out here.
This has probably been one of the longest innings of the night.
Ooh. Little half swing. Goes for a hit there and fouled back.
Yeah. Honestly, that wasn't a bad deal there for Hale because he stays alive anyway. So
right.
Could have swung and missed and not hit anything and would have been out. But he'll stay alive here. Just needs to put the ball in play here. Easier said than done with the way Wilson's pitching, though.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. So now the count evens at 2. And here's the pitch. That's going to be down low. It's going to bounce in. Excuse me.
Working his way to a full count here.
Yeah. So big pitch here. And
a walk.
That's going to be a walk on what looked like a good pitch, but might have been a little low. Not quite sure. But now they got runners on first and second, Brett.
What's that saying you said? They don't pay us to call the game?
Nope.
So
well, they pay us to call the game. Well, we don't pay.
Not ump the
we
game.
get to play. We get to call the game, but we don't get to umpire the game.
Yeah.
We don't call the strikes and balls.
We just give our opinions.
Yes, we do a lot. We do get to do that though. That's fun.
But this is a big stretch right here. They got another runner on, and now Beats, if he can put a beat on the ball right here,
Yeah.
he could score a run.
And
Oh.
that's going to be a high pop. Overbeek is there, and that is not how you really wanted to end that one. And Beats is kind of mad at himself for
He's
letting
gonna
that happen.
Beat himself up over that one, Keith.
Okay, we're gonna beat that dead horse until it's gone. Wow. All right, I tell you what, everybody from home, we're gonna give you a little reprieve from our dad jokes here. We're gonna take a break. We'll be right back here live from Giller Park. You're watching and listening to NetSN. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
Welcome back, everybody. David Wilson is going to lead things off for the Panthers. We're here in the top of the fifth. And a good hit. That's going to go, however, straight to Colton Hale. And Hale says, not on my watch. One pitch, one swing, one out. So now John Lloyd going to step in. Go step in. And that one will go down for a ball. And here's the pitch. And catches the outside corner, says Mr. Umpire. So 1-1 now the count. And like I said earlier, Brett, a great crowd here at Driller Park.
Oh, yeah.
The fan base for both of these teams is just phenomenal. They are very, very proud of their teams, and rightfully so. Here's the pitch. That's going to,
Ooh. I thought that was a strike.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that one.
That was a strike. I'm not. That was a strike.
That was so much of a strike. Here's a pitch.
That is.
That's also.
Wow.
That was also a strike.
Man.
So 2 strikes that were called a ball puts John Lloyd on first base.
Jeez. Whew. Well.
And once again, we have no bias toward either team.
No.
We are not from either school. We are not biased toward either school. We like both, but we're going to call it like we see it.
We like Northeast Texas sports.
Yeah. So there's a good hit, going to be in right center field. That one's going to drop. And Lloyd he turns and almost gets caught. I think he was thinking he was going to round and go to third, but
put on those brakes.
Wisely, he put on the brakes because
he doesn't brake very well. Remember when he ran the last game? He hauled all the way around and didn't stop.
Well, when the train's going,
It's hard to stop it.
it's hard to stop it. So a base hit puts runners at first and second with 1 out. And there's a high fly ball into center field. Sylvie calls everybody off and kind of dares somebody to run on him.
They didn't take the dare. They took truth.
So that's 2 down. That was Dylan Fowler. I didn't get a chance to even call his name yet. Dylan Fowler flew out to center field. Now Tanner Stainback, the center fielder himself, steps into the plate. That's a great little breaking ball, and that one wasn't called a strike, and it should have been. Either I'm just seeing stuff wrong here, or I don't know.
Could be.
It's happened once or twice. That's a good hit. That's going to be down for a base hit into center field. And waving him on home, Lloyd is going home, and I do not know what the coach was thinking, testing Sylvie like that.
Wow.
That was So he sends Lloyd home on a short base hit out into center field. Then Sylvie could have actually made it all the way home himself, but he uses the cutoff man wisely. And Bullard, who catches it around the mound area, throws it back home and gets the out there and saves the run.
Wow.
And so, yeah.
Great defense by Kilgore.
Good job by Kilgore.
That was
and
a big play.
Last night, that was actually the almost exact play that would happen last night, and Bullard threw it to third to get a runner when he could have thrown it to home, but he didn't make that decision tonight.
The temperature is finally dropped a little bit, I feel like.
Well, there's a little bit of a breeze.
A little bit.
Barely.
Can't see the flag moving yet, though. Still.
Just
I kind of like this bar to lean on a little bit, though. It's kind of nice.
Right.
This is a, man.
Yeah.
Should have taken a picture of this.
This is crazy. We are zip tied. We had to zip tie our table, folks, to the what I can only respectfully call cattle chutes that are here at Driller
It's all
Park.
over the place.
It's all over the place.
It's like everybody's got their own little slot.
Yeah, it's like it's their own box.
It almost looks like where you're going a line and you have to go around and around in one of those. I don't know what do you call
a maze.
Those? Yeah, that's what it looks like here. Except there's just one entrance on each side. You can only go in and out one way.
But we literally, I got underneath and had to zip tie it because there's a lot of equipment on this table and we tend to lean.
Yeah, we don't want the equipment to fall. I would probably cry.
Yeah, Noah Parrish watches the first one go by for a ball. So anyway, yeah, it's a quite interesting little setup. And he's on one side of a bar and I'm on one side of a bar and not the kind of bar that.
Not that bar.
Not that bar. So a swing and a foul ball back makes it 1-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. And Kilgore hoping to get some things started here. That's a swing and a miss, however. And strike 2. And if you're listening, go ahead and like and subscribe for us. That's a hit. It's going to be a good hit, but Chase Randall does a good job of getting it over, making a good angle there.
Nice job.
And getting the first out. That I thought it was actually hit a lot harder than it was, and Randall made a good play to catch that ball over by second base and shoot it over to first for the out. So Cade Henry will step up, and he'll foul off the first pitch for strike number 1. And Wilson with the windup, and here's the pitch. That's going to be off the ground for ball 1.
Let's see if I can find our friends from their game.
Yeah, there should be playing here tonight. That's going to be a fly ball into shallow right field. And it looks like Stainback was prepared for that one. He was kind of in a position to get it there and ran over and got that out. So that's 2 down. So with that fly out, we're back at the top of the lineup for the Bulldogs, and Jason Sylvie, the speedster, steps in. He's flew out. He got a base hit back in the first, flew out in the third. So 1 for 1 on the night, and he watches that one go high for a ball.
We got Bullard softball, Keith. The one last night. So they're actually on to the next round.
That one's going to drop, Brett, right behind the shortstop.
They're a legit threat state title contender, the Bullard girls.
The Bullard softball team?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I've heard they're really good. They did, like you said, they did win last night. So a base hit for Sylvie. And now Todd House steps up. And that's going to be a high fly ball. And once again, Dylan Fowler gets underneath that one. And that's once again, Brett, the inning gets ended by a foul ball being caught and ending the inning. So not very much
Still
action.
only 2 hits allowed by Wilson.
Wilson's just doing a good job of keeping things going here and keeping Kilgore off home plate, which is obviously what you need to do. So, well, they're going to take a break when they switch innings. We're going to head to the top of the 6th here after the break ourselves. We're in Game 2 of the Bullard-Kilgore series, brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back here at the top of the 6th at Driller Park. And Jason Salas is stepping up to the plate. He's been walked both times, Brett.
Third time the charm for the walk.
I'm sure he's kind of itching to get a hit. That's going to be high. And not a lot of conviction in that pitch there from House. Here's the windup. And the pitch. That's a good hit into left field. That's going to drop right out of the reach of Cade Cox.
Oh, he
slipped. But he's going to get up and try to run it. He's still going to make a double. And that was a interesting double there by Salas.
Yeah, he probably would have had a triple opportunity if he hadn't have fell.
Yeah, he tripped over that turf monster out there by first base. What my dad used to call self-tackleization there.
Man.
So they're going to check him out, make sure he's okay.
Maybe it was the baseline that got rumped up and grabbed him. Well, sometimes those stripes on the football field can get you.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the baseline.
So he's okay over there on second base, though. And a quick start to the top of the 6th.
Got Chase Randall up here, and he's got runners already in scoring position, looking to just add on to this 4-0 lead here.
And last time that he was in this position with Salas over on second, he sacrificed bunted and pushed him over.
He faked the bunt there. Oh.
And that's a pass ball, so Salas already over at third. So, Brett, now I'm going to ask you the question. You got no outs. You got the speedster Salas on third. You got a guy that can bunt. What do you do? Do you do the bunt?
Are you hitting the squeeze play?
Well, I mean, what you do, and in my opinion, I'd bunt it down first base and see what happens. But you got Bullard over there.
Or you
who's
sacrifice
already,
fly to center.
Or, yeah, which is also a good one. And so Salas is going to run it in. And Sylvie's not even going to try, which is, there's nothing you can do. So Randall, with a sacrifice bunt back in the fourth, brings in Salas. And now with the sac fly, brings in Salas. And that'll extend the Panther lead to 5 here in the top of the 6th.
Salas had a good night, just 1 for 1, but scored 2 runs.
And 1 out here for the top of the lineup. As Bryce Mason watches that first pitch for a ball. And now is the time, Brett, that
ripped.
There's a rip down the left field line, and
just foul.
That's going to be foul ball.
Man, he ripped that one. That was a
got some action
shot.
over in the Kilgore bullpen over there.
Okay.
Can't see who it is, but there are some warming up going on over there. So 1-1 now the count. And here's the pitch from House. And a good hit. And that's going to go to Hale. Hale gets it up and over. A good job by Bullard to grab that one. And get out number 2. So Bryce Brannon is going to step in. Run already across here. So the 3-inning skid sort of stagnation there for the Panthers has been stopped here with the run coming across by Salas. That one's down low for a ball.
And that's not even been the problem, though, Keith.
No.
It's been Kilgore just can't get anything going on offense.
Right.
In their half.
That's going to be hit right up the middle into the outfield as Sylvie waits on it in the base hit by Brannon. And 10 hits by the Panthers this game so far.
They've had good success against Kilgore's pitching in this series. Been able to put the ball in play a lot.
And David Wilson now stepping up. Yeah, they've been very well with that ability. Here's the pitch, and I think he was going for a breaking ball there, but just got a little bad release.
Yeah, something didn't look right.
It is still a little humid, so probably a little sweat.
Off
It's going to
the
be a
top.
pop fly.
Boom! There it is.
And unfortunately, that means that Brennan has to go all the way back to first because the hit and run was on.
That happened earlier in the game, too. If it wasn't Brandon, it was someone else, but who was it? I can't remember who it was earlier.
I can't remember. I've slept since then, man.
Yeah.
So 1-1 now the count. That's going to be inside for a ball.
Again, really glad to have protection over our head here.
Yes. And again, we're really glad that you're listening and watching with us tonight. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you're listening. If you're watching, go ahead and get over to our YouTube page. It's going to be underneath.
Ooh.
And Wilson kind of
did a really good job not to hit him.
Yeah, takes a look and takes exception to that and kind of glances out and glares at House. That's pitcher against pitcher here. And like, dude, I know you have a little bit better control than that. Come on now. And that's a good hit, kind of getting back at him in the right center field. It's going to hit the gap. But Henry is over there. And a single base hit moves Brandon over to third. So we got runners at the corners with 2 away. And that'll bring John Lloyd, who's flown out in base hit. And we have a time on the field. I think we're going to have a little possibly pitching change here, more than likely. that's what's about to happen. And I think that's going to be all for Todd House. And hopefully it's not all for Todd House this season.
Looks like it's going to be.
And they could bring in Colt Bullard.
Bullard is who they were going to try to. He had to take off some things, some extra accessories there.
Yeah, Bullard's going to be pitching. Bullard has pitched 15 innings this season. He has a 1-2 record. He's allowed 20 hits. He's got an ERA of 3.267. He struck out 10 and walked 5. He's got 7 earned runs.
He's coming in a tough spot right here. I mean, he got runners on the corners here. Does have 2 outs. So, you got the fielder's choice available. You can take their out at second.
Yeah, you got the force out at second going.
Yeah, so you can.
But you got a big batter too. You got a big bat coming up.
Yeah, definitely
at the plate.
You don't want to mess around with Lloyd. We've seen him knock the cover off the ball a few times in this series. So
right. So a lot riding here, and you need him to come in and do what he does. And Colt Bullard is going to take his warm-up pitches. We're going to take a little break here and tell you who we're sponsored by. Azalea Orthopedics. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back. Lloyd takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. And Bullard starts things off well. Getting that first strike in there. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. That's going to be a hit straight out to Sylvie. Sylvie's going to jog in, take the hit, and a good job, 2 pitches, and ending the inning as Bullard comes in and finishes things off. And that's exactly what Kilgore needed there, is not to allow any more runs and keep this game close. It's only a 5-run lead here heading into the bottom of the 6th. And as of right now, Kilgore is only down to their last 6 outs. So they've got to do a lot of stuff here over the next 2 innings.
And they've got to do something against Wilson, which they haven't really been able to have much success against him tonight.
Yeah, they've kind of stalled out a little bit. So some conversations are, I'm sure, being had over in that Bulldog dugout to make sure that they maintain and make us go to a game 3.
Looks like there may be some lineup adjustments. Coach is talking to the umpire there.
Well, they just did a whole lot of stuff too, so maybe you're right. Yeah. Trying to bring in some bigger guns maybe, or bigger, faster runners.
You got Tate Truman up here. Looks like going to be up first for Kilgore in this inning. I think he's now playing first base. So we'll
yeah,
see.
Truman took over as Bullard went to the mound. So this is also a big inning for not only for the Bulldogs but for the Panthers, because it is getting later on into the game. Wilson, however good he's been doing, you're only a few pitches away from being rocked.
Yeah.
And Kilgore's back in this, and you gotta think and make sure that you're not putting your pitcher in a position here to mentally check out. And there we go, base hit, first pitch. And just like that, Brett, we got a runner on first.
Just
and
what they needed.
Joseph Hendrickson, the cleanup.
That's just what they needed.
Yeah.
To start the inning with that.
And you want to get
hit.
a little life in them. Excuse me. Get the life in these fans, too, to cheer on their team and get some things going here.
Yeah, if you're a Kilgore fan, you haven't had a whole lot to cheer about so far.
And look at that. 2 hits, 2 pitches, 2 hits. And there they go. The fans are lifted up a little bit.
It's the loudest they've been all night.
It is. So after 2 pitches and 2 hits, and a courtesy runner is coming in, number 12, Braylon Reyes.
And it's like
Overbeek is going to go out and have a little conversation with Wilson, kind of settle him down here, because just like I said, you don't want him to, we're in the 6th innings. That's 6 innings of pitches.
Those hits can get contagious.
Yeah. Well, especially when you're kind of your back's against a wall, Brett. You're playing for your season here.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be high and outside. And now what you've done is you got in the head of the pitcher up there.
Well, the biggest thing is, too, you've gotten 2 runners on early in the inning with no outs.
Right. That's going to be fouled back.
Ooh, he wanted that one.
He wanted that one bad.
Ooh.
And he knows it, too. He's shaking his head up there. And Colt Bullard is nobody to shake a stick at there. No pun intended. Time is called, and no pitch there. And Wilson actually wasn't even looking.
Yeah, he just threw it.
He just threw it. Some of the Bullard fans not happy with the call from the umpire.
We thought it was a little late, but the umpire he called
he wasn't. He called time long before he was in his windup there. So that's going to be low for a ball. So 2-1 now the count. But I understand the fans. They got to cheer for their team.
It's a great job by Reed Overbeck to block that.
Yeah, he's
a
good catcher. That's going to be fouled back. So Bullard now 2-2. Bullard the batter.
Yeah.
Now 2-2.
Catcher's one of those unsung heroes, Keith.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can keep the ball in front of you. You can save a lot of base running. I know when you're in Little League, that's the biggest way to get runs.
And that's going to be hit into right center field. And Ben Koch gets over there, but your runner advances, kind of a sacrifice play there, I guess you could say, and puts a runner in scoring position. And the Bulldogs have an option here, not an option, but have a opportunity, I would say, to get a run scored, which could open up some things here and get a little momentum for them.
Yeah, base hit away from scoring their first run here.
And Colton Hale is going to step in. And the bullpen for the Panthers is livened up here over on our left-hand side. So Wilson from the stretch. And that's going to be hit high, fly ball over by Salas's way. And as quickly as it started, there's 2 down. So Tanner Beats is going to step in, and a lot rides on this at bat, Brett.
Yeah, this is a huge one right here. Even though they've still got another inning, this is a chance to get a run. They don't want to give this away right here.
But the mindset of another inning is slowly fading away because the another inning is down to 4 outs left. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit into left field. That's a good hit over the head, and it's going to beat him as Brennan can't get it. 1 run scores. He's waved around the other one, and 2 runs come in, and just like that, the Kilgore Bulldogs are on the board and have eaten into the Panther lead and brought the Panther lead to 3, which is what they wanted.
Yeah, that's what
and needed there.
Yep. It's only that 3 runs is a lot better than 5.
Right, it's a lot more manageable, and you still have a runner in scoring position. And Noah Parrish, your designated hitter, is up. Unfortunately, he's grounded out and gotten on base with a fielder's choice. I'm sorry, he's flown out and grounded out. And he fouls off to the right-hand side. Out of play for strike 2. So already down in the count with a runner at second, 2 down. 2 runs did come across, so a little momentum swing for the Bulldogs here, hopefully. And that's going to be a hit straight up the middle and passed as Randall couldn't get a hold of it. And that one's going to be an E6 because that was a playable ball. So the first error of the game goes to the Panthers.
So here we go again.
And Cade Henry is going to step in.
Runners on the corners.
So runners now on the corners, yeah. And an opportunity to expand there is Cade Henry with the top of the lineup on deck. That's going to be a fly out into right field. And Ben Koch's going to try to get it to end this inning, but it's going to go out of play, out over the fence. And Koch really wanted that one.
Home run over the fence tie game, Keith?
Well, it was over the fence, but it was over the wrong fence.
Oh. Okay.
It was over the foul fence. So Wilson from the stretch checks the runner at first, brings it home. That's going to be inside for a strike, says Mr. Umpire.
Ooh.
And a pitch that he's called religiously as a ball is now a strike here in the later innings, much to the dismay of the hometown fans.
He's getting hungry.
That's a hit up the middle, and I think that
and
Randall has fumbled that one, and a run comes in, and another E6 on the board.
Hey, Keith, there's somebody that was smart before the game, had some keys to the game. I think one of them was errors, wasn't it?
It was.
And how many errors in one inning?
And I apologize. I take that back. Chase Randall is no longer at shortstop. He's moved out to center field. Steinbach is now at shortstop for the Panthers.
So how many errors was that this one inning?
That's 2 errors this one inning, and it's now a 2-run lead for the Panthers.
Yeah.
That one's in there for a strike. The hometown hopefuls here not happy with that.
This is the first inning we've actually had the crowd going here. Ooh.
That's a foul back, a quick foul back, and strike number 2.
And for some reason, they took all the outs off the board, Keith. I believe it's 2 outs there.
A little home cooking there, maybe, Brad?
They're trying to take the outs. They're trying to go reverse on the outs.
I don't know. Wilson takes a look in. And here's the pitch. That's going to be he went fishing.
He's not.
And he is upset, and rightfully so. And a warning by the umpire on that one for equipment. Well, what you would call in the major leagues an equipment violation. But yeah, the young man threw the bat down and his helmet down. You can't do that.
Sylvie.
So a warning for the Bulldogs there. But hey, Brett, we got us a game going as the Bulldogs put 3 runs on the board and now take that 5-run lead away from the Panthers and make it a 2-run lead. And we got a little momentum going in here to the last inning. What could be the last inning? You never know.
It's true. Key right now, though, you got to have your closer here, Bullard, step in and shut them down. You don't want to give those runs right back.
Right.
They worked really hard to get those runs in that bottom of the 6th. So you want to get through this inning, give yourself a chance to only need a couple of runs to possibly tie or win it on a walk-off.
And you got a real chance. Yeah, and you got a team here in Kilgore that has nothing to lose. Bullard can lose this game and be okay because they can play tomorrow.
Right.
Kilgore has to win.
They have to win.
They have nothing to lose. They're going to go all out in this last inning and give everything that they have. Not that Bullard's not, but it's a little bit different mindset out there for the hometown team right now.
So that more pressure?
A little bit more pressure, but
they're at home. They've got to do it to extend their season.
Got a lot of fans here watching them, a lot of fans behind them. So it can be a little bit of an adrenaline rush, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. You never know. So here we go. And Ben Koch squares around for a bunt, and he pulls back in time, according to the umpire. And it's ball one.
This game is definitely feels a little more intense now.
It does. Just in the last couple innings. Well, the last inning, actually. That's going to be high on the outside for a ball. I think he tried to put a little, what we call stank on that one, and it didn't go. So 2-0. Bullard with the pitch. And a high fly ball. It's going to be out of play over the top of us. Luckily, we have a net covering us. That's actually going to be outside
that
into the.
Yeah, that went to the parking lot.
Yeah. So that's going to be a strike for Ben Koch. And that's going to be also a foul ball for a strike. So quickly, it goes from 2-0 to 2-2. Bullard takes a look. So Bullard is against Bullard right now.
Ooh.
That's low and inside for a ball. So there's that eluding full count from last night has made its way into the game today. 3-2 now the count to Ben Koch. Bullard looks in. Here's the pitch. And a good hit. That's going to go to your second baseman. And
just got it.
Just got it. And Beats makes a great little throw over there as Truman, who was at
so I've got a score
third,
update.
Makes the catch. What's the score update?
I've got Liberty Allo 2, Van 2, bottom of the 7th.
Woo! So we got a game over there in Liberty Allo.
Yes. Keep our eyes on that one.
Yeah,
here.
we will. What's going on with ARP? Do we have anything on that one?
Well, we don't know the score. We had the stream going, but I didn't see a score on it.
Gotcha. So Dylan Fowler now up after the ground out from Koch. Paul Bullard with the strike. And the fans now on both sides actually have come to life now.
Looks like Liberty Allo is up to bat with one out in the bottom of the 7th. So
and they have the last bat since they're at home. So
yeah. That would be a big win for Van if they're able to pull that one out.
Fowler finds himself down 0-2 here. And the top of the 7th, we got time by the umpire. And a little
he's drawing the line.
the paint around the batter's box is gone.
Yeah, that line will be gone here.
There's a few there's been a few plays at the plate tonight, and that has been gone. Here's the pitch outside, and it looked like it hit the corner.
It was,
but actually, with a batter's box gone, it's kind of
yeah, it was outside.
Well, my right-hand man here says it was outside, and I believe what he says. So time called as Cole Bullard steps off the mound, takes a breather. It's a big inning here for both teams, Brett. That's going to be a hit and foul ball.
Ooh.
So the count remains 1-2. That would have been off in the corner. That would have been a tough one.
Yeah.
For
that was a rip from Fowler. He got a hold to that one.
Yeah. If anybody has any other score updates for us, go ahead and chat with us. Let us know. We're trying to keep up with it, but we're also doing this game as well, so we're doing the best we can. That's a swing and a miss. And a strike. A good pitch. That was kind of high, but what they call a good old country fastball high there made him go fish for it. And that's going to be out number 2. So the Bulldogs now 1 out away from getting back to the batter's box to get that score. And that's a good pitch. Goodness gracious, as Bullard puts that off speed across in there for a strike. And Tanner Stainback. He's flown out and struck out. And he swings at that one.
Man, it's another good pitch.
And just like that, the momentum looks like it has swung in favor maybe of the Bulldogs.
So with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, Liberty Allow's got a runner on 3rd right now. So
and another swing and a miss. And
Bullard is fired up.
Bullard is fired up. Bullard, the pitcher,
Colt Bullard
is fired up, and the Kilgore fans and team is also fired up. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break real quick before we go to the bottom of the 7th so we can kind of gather ourselves, because I have a feeling, Brett, this game is not near over yet. So I'll tell you what, we'll be back. And our sponsor is Azalea Orthopedics. Don't go away, because you'll miss a good one. We'll be right back.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
And we are back at Driller Park. The fans are up. The team is ready. And Todd House is at the batter's box. Wilson still on the mound for the Panthers. And he throws that one high and outside for ball 1. It's a 2-run game lead by the Panthers. That's going to be hit into outfield, base hit. And once again, just like last inning, the Bulldogs have a runner on first really quick, and that 2-hit game has now gone to a 6-hit game just in the last couple of innings.
Yeah, they're kind of getting to him now. He's got to be getting up there in his pitch count.
But Bullard doesn't seem to be making any moves to bring him off, and I don't know if that's just because they know they're
going to trust their guy.
Yep, and that's a hit, going to be a base hit. Yep. Oh no!
Double play!
And the double play!
Oh my goodness!
Great job by Jason Salas to get out there into the outfield grass.
Wow.
That was amazing.
What a play by Salas!
A great play, and a double play at that takes away. And if that's not a deflation of a play, I don't know what is.
And Liberty Allo has beaten Van, walk-off fashion, bottom of the 7th. They take that series, Keith.
And that's that's right at the head. Joseph Hendrickson, excuse me, here's the pitch. That's going to be hit in the foul territory, going to be out of play. So 1-1 now the count.
And it just kind of did you feel the air come out of the?
Yeah, I just said that was a deflative play right there. If I have ever seen one, that just kind of took the momentum down, and it shouldn't. I mean, Kilgore needs to fight here.
What a play!
That was down low for a ball. Wow. In there for a strike. So potentially down to the final strike here, Brett, for Kilgore for the 2023 season. And here's the pitch. And that's going to go over to Salas. And that's the ball game. And just like that, Brett, the Bullard Panthers are advancing on to the next round of the playoffs. And the Bulldogs, with a heartbreak of a loss here tonight after fighting so hard last inning to get within a whisper of advancing on to another game tomorrow, just get the wind sucked out of them by Jason Salas with an amazing play.
Well, he had all the outs in that inning.
Yeah, he really did. And, I got to give it to Kilgore. Kilgore played a great game, a great series. It just, nothing fell. Then this game, that hit there, that's a base hit with any other second baseman.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just to be honest with you. But Salas was in the right spot.
He's
with
fast.
the ability to get out there in that vertical that just allowed him to make that catch.
And then it was such a great play. The runner on first was already halfway to second.
Oh,
he had no chance.
No. And really and truly, things go. That ball makes it over Salas's head. Your runner gets to third. We could be going into an extra inning.
You got no outs. You got runners on first and third probably.
Or the possibility of a walk-off situation, just like what happened in Liberty Island.
Yeah.
And we're going to a game tomorrow.
Yep.
But we're not going to take away the great play of the Bullard Panthers, where they won last night 11-1, and they won a great nail-biter tonight 5-3 to advance on to next week, where they get to play next week. We don't know where yet.
Yep, and we also don't know where we'll be next week.
We don't.
But you know how you can find out?
Yeah. You can like and subscribe.
You also can follow us on Twitter.
And follow us on Twitter.
NetSN_live. We'll post the links of where we'll be. We'll have a radio broadcast, too, for those of you who don't want to pay for the web stream. So,
because we like to give everyone an opportunity to hear our wonderful.
We're an equal opportunity broadcasting network.
Yeah. And so we do appreciate you being with us tonight, whether by listening to us or watching us. And, man, this has been a great series. It's our first season to do baseball, so it's our first playoff series. So we're going to be looking tonight and tomorrow night, mainly tomorrow night, and seeing who's won, where things are going to be. And once again, just like Brett says, check us out on Twitter, like and subscribe on our YouTube, be kind of watching, and we'll be letting everybody know where we're going to be next week.
We just went over 1,600 subscribers on the YouTube channel.
Nice.
So
we need more. Tell your friends, because we're pretty awesome if we do say so ourselves.
Yeah, and we do.
But we like you too.
And we do say so ourselves.
And we do say it all the time. But we like it when you say it as well. But, all right, Brett, you got anything else to add to our wonderful playoff series?
I just want to congratulate Kilgore on a great season.
Yes.
They're in a tough district with Carthage and Spring Hill, two powerhouses in baseball. I believe they're both ranked. So tough way to end it, but tough matchup for them. Get Bullard in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, that's
number
like
15 in the state.
That's just that just shows how tough the baseball is in this area. So maybe a chance we might see Bullard or maybe some of those other high-ranked teams again here later in the postseason. We'll see. Just kind of see where the games fall. But
and just to tell you, and you mentioned it, and I want to say this. I mean, we've covered quite a few teams, but relegated to the area, and we're Northeast Texas. But out of the teams that we've covered this season, I believe 10 or 11 have made the postseason.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
success in this area. We have a lot of great athletes, great athletic programs in our schools, which is one of the reasons that we do what we do. We enjoy it. We enjoy the students, the student athletes that get out here and work hard every day, blood, sweat, and tears. And we were there ourselves not so long ago in high school. But anyway,
maybe it's been a while.
It's been a while. When your graduation year starts with a 1, I
don't have that problem.
I do. So yeah, when 19 is in the first part of my graduation year, it's been a while. But we do what we do for the students, and we do what we do for the athletic programs. like we said before, we're not affiliated with any program. We're affiliated with Northeast Texas Sports.
Yeah, so if you'd like to, if you're interested in having us come out and do some of your sports, hit us up on our Facebook or Twitter, our YouTube channel. Send us a message, comment.
And we're going to be doing volleyball next year.
Yeah.
We're going to open that now. I'm not telling you how good it's going to be. We're going to try it. So I am going to be doing the volleyball next year. So we're going to see how that's going to go.
Which means it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah, And this was our first year baseball, and it's great. So we're going to see how volleyball is going to go. But we're open to anything. But let us know. Reach out to us. Like and subscribe, like we say on our YouTube channel. Check us out on Netflix. On Twitter, NetSN. _live on Twitter. Check us out on Facebook as well. And we want to thank Azalea Orthopedics, our sponsor.
We are,
as always.
We are our sponsor next year, and we're looking for sponsors for next season. So if you're interested in sponsoring us, you like what we do, you want to support us, we don't charge the schools to do this. We do this completely free for you guys. So if you're interested in helping us out, we can advertise for you, whatever you need to do for the sponsorship. We'll do it. We've got all kinds of different packages, and we'd love to talk to you about that. So get in early. This is only year one for us, and we only expect to grow from here.
Yeah.
So
that's our goal.
We appreciate you guys out there.
All right, so that's going to do it. That's going to be all actually for us here. I can't talk right now. For us here at Driller Park, I want to thank Rob for our cameraman here on the field. Did some great shots for us tonight. Thank you to Brett Sweeney on my left.
He's grading himself over here. He's tough on himself. It's okay.
Yeah, well,
hey, it's first baseball game.
We do it too.
It's a little different than football and basketball. We'll give him a pass,
Yeah. All right. So for Brett Sweeney to my right, I'm Keith Whitman. Thank you for watching. That is all from Driller Park. We'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, everybody.